Welcome to round 3 of the Parenting Roundabout podcast for the week of August 29th. I'm Nicole Erdix.
Yay!
Yes, I'm back again.
Yay! We're just going to do that all week because we're just,
Right.
it's so exciting.
Wow. I'm just like, even my family doesn't celebrate me this much. This is great.
And our podcast listeners are going to be going, yes, somebody else talking.
Oh, I love it. Yes, so I'm here with Catherine Haleko
Hello.
and Terry Morrow.
Hello.
We're moms of teens and young adults, and when it comes to parenting, we've been there, done that, and bought the t-shirt. But we're still waiting for that day when we'll reach the finish line and have no further need to lay down in a dark room with a wet rag over our eyes worrying about something or other. Wednesday is complaint day here on Parenting Roundabout, and today we are complaining about TMI. And that's not coming from us. That's coming from our kids. And oh my gosh, can I relate? My daughter has no filter.
Oh, no.
Oh my word. And I'm like, how? What did you just say? I don't need to know that. Very different level of sharing in my house. That's for sure.
Compared to when you were a young adult.
My goodness. Oh.
Your mother had to pry information out of you with a crowbar.
Oh, yeah. Or I just alluded to the fact that there was no information to give. Yeah. Different world, different time. Let's just say my kids just don't. One of them, my son, just naturally, he doesn't share that anyway. He's more of a private person, but my daughter, oh my word. I don't know. How about in your families? What's it like?
Well, the other week, so, my daughter, of course, has access to our family Amazon account and shops from time to time. And I just get an email that says, your order will be delivered to this address. So it's and then it's hers. And so, and it tells me the amount. So if I want to know exactly what she bought, then I have to actually go to Amazon and look at the order. So usually I don't bother, I just am like, there's another $20, $30, whatever. Usually it's like a case of energy drinks or whatever. It's like, or, something she needs for her apartment, something like that. But anyway, recently, she ordered something and then she came to tell me, she's like, just in case you look on Amazon. I'm like, oh boy. I bought a rave fan. So she was going to an outdoor concert, like a festival, with multiple bands.
Yeah.
And she bought a fan, just like a folding fan.
Yeah.
But the name of this product is a rave fan. So, you're supposed to use it at a rave.
Oh, my goodness.
So she had to tell me that she wasn't actually going to a rave. She just bought the fan. I was like, okay. I wouldn't have known. I didn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have known unless she told me. I wouldn't have gone on there and looked at what it was, but she felt like she had to tell me.
Was she worried that you would be concerned about the fact that it's a rave that she's going to?
Yeah, that's why she said, she tried to head it off by explaining what it was. So,
right.
But then here's the thing, after this concert, we were talking to her the next day about it. And, I think it was 2 days later, because the day after I was just like, how was it? And she said, oh, it was super, super fun. But then the next day on the phone with her and my husband, she starts telling us the story of what really happened at this concert.
Of course.
And she's, you know, of course, she starts telling it, and then after a few minutes, oh, everyone's fine, just so you know. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, a story that starts with that.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Good.
And you're like, don't tell me. I don't want to know.
Yeah, I'm not sure I want to hear, because the story was that, you know, it was a bunch of people that went to this thing. It was a group of, you know, 6 or 7 girls, 6 or 7 boys, and they all went to this concert. And she said, well, the girls, we were being extremely conscious about safety and, you know, making sure that we were buddied up at all times and,
Mhm.
you know, keeping an eye on each other. But the
Mhm.
boys weren't.
Oh.
And the boys lost one of them.
Oh,
They
dear.
lost.
No.
They lost. And then she tells us this whole saga. And this kid got drugged. I mean, he
What?
was
Oh my
missing for hours, and he has no memory of what happened during that time.
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
How do you get
So-
drugged? Does he know?
We don't know. Yeah. I'm not sure whether he took something on purpose or whether someone slipped him something that wasn't what he thought it was, or yeah.
She'll
So
be coming home from college now and living in it.
oh my gosh. It's
Wow.
like we had to call his parents, and they were like calling hospitals and jails
No.
looking for him. Yeah, it was super scary.
Wow.
So-
Well, she's you know, restricted to her dorm room now, right? And all classes will be online. Yikes.
So,
That is crazy.
yeah, but
And she felt the need to tell you that, even though
Yes.
she personally was not involved.
well, I mean,
to plant that possibility.
exactly. That's the
Thank
part
you,
where
honey.
it's too much information. Like,
Mhm.
like it ended fine. You know, the kid is okay, and they did find him and all that. But
And he
yeah,
was only unconscious for, 5-6 hours. It was nothing. It was.
he wasn't unconscious though. He was
Oh,
conscious, but
was
he
conscious.
just
has no memory.
yeah.
Well, that's terrifying.
I know. And afterwards, she's like, I wasn't sure if I should tell you or not. Yeah, maybe not.
Glad you trust me, honey, with all of that stuff.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
So-
I would be, oh gosh,
Mhm.
that would not be good. Fortunately, my children never leave the house unless they're going to work and come immediately back home, and I trace them on their phones.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
That's
At least it was
terrifying.
after the fact. Like if she had
She
called
you from, oh,
during the
gosh.
time where this person was missing, that would have been.
Mhm.
Because what could we do? You know, there's nothing we could do.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah.
Wow.
That is terrifying.
Mhm.
And,
But yeah, it's like that, well, I'm glad they feel like they can confide in
Mhm.
me.
Some things I just
but-
would rather just be oblivious and naive to.
Exactly.
yes, ideally confide in the things that I can do something about, maybe.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like I was watching this, I don't know where it came up. It was just one of my social media accounts, and it was just this mom who was she's saying, like, if you think that your child is in their dorm room right now studying, you're probably wrong, because they've kicked out their roommate, who has been, sitting in the hallway for the last 2 hours so that they can enjoy their time with their special friend in the dorm room. Even though you raised your child to only date, certain types of people and behave in certain ways. And you might want to know that your child is not doing what you asked them to do.
Speak for yourself, lady.
But do you want to know?
Yeah, and
nothing
it's
to
like
go.
one parent knows a lot, and then clearly the other parent of the other roommate is not.
I want to
privy
make
to
you all
that.
as miserable as I am by giving you this information.
But obviously, her child was the one that had been kicked out and waiting in the hallway. But
Right.
right,
When I was in college, many, many years ago, in a dorm, freshman dorm, one of the girls in our dorm just had her boyfriend living with her, and her roommate also was still there.
Ugh,
So there was just a guy living in their dorm room.
nice.
She wasn't sitting out in the hallway. I don't know. She was probably just going and like doing a lot of work at the library. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
We felt bad for her, but nobody seemed to care. So,
Wow.
yes. But,
That is
the
crazy.
whole drugging thing is just,
Oh, that's scary.
yes.
Yeah.
Because you could be doing nothing wrong and just,
Right.
oh, well.
Well, I think it was a wake-up call to these boys for sure.
Well, yeah.
Because
you
the
know.
girls were already, pretty conscious of
Yeah.
the need
Yeah,
to be
you
very...
wouldn't worry about it if you were a guy, probably.
Right.
You wouldn't.
Hmm.
Eesh.
Uh-huh. So, that's my story.
This is why I'm glad my children have no social life. Yes, no concerts for them. They don't go out. They don't do things. My daughter talks to strangers from dating apps, but other than that, she's not going to meet them. She just talks to them.
Right.
How much harm?
Uh,
Gads.
So, well, there's a spectrum of communication and
Yes.
disclosure that we want from our kids.
yeah.
Sometimes
Take your
we're on
pick.
the wrong end.
Yeah.
Oh, but well, that's it for today's round 3. Tune in tomorrow when we'll obsess about quiet quitting, and then on Friday to see what we've come up with for our Roundabout Roundup picks this week. Find all our episodes at parentingroundabout.com and talk back in the comments there, on our Facebook page, or on Twitter, where you'll find us at Roundabout Chat.